magnets, putting it out there on social media to get people, to entice people to give you their email address, their phone number, their contact information, and now you can contact them and give them the information. That's a lead magnet, and everybody has the ability to do that. So I was here a couple of months ago, and I was at a lunch and learn, and there was a panel up here, and Michelle from Moxie Mercantile said something, and it took us all, everybody was aghast. She said this one thing, and she was talking about how she was in the corporate world, and she was not happy with it. And she realized that it was consuming her and not in a good way. And she said this one thing, and it took everybody's breath away.
For me, I'd rather have a positive impact to my community than have a negative impact to my soul.
And that's what she bases her business around now, having a positive impact on her community than a negative impact on her soul. And that is making the connection, the positive connection to our clients and our customers. And that's what we want. Video will do that. They will connect to you because the message that you are putting out there. And hopefully it's a positive message, and that's what we want. Some of my best friends I have that I've gotten as an adult came from businesses because we connected, we have the same values, and video will project that, whereas text and pictures will not.
Fits.
Information overload. When I do videos for intellectuals, architects, doctors, engineers, they want to spew as much information as they can. And they want to do a 12-minute video about architecture. That does not work in marketing. People will look like a deer in the headlights. So what you want to do is connect with them in a different way.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
So that was an Apple commercial from the 1980s. They never talked about RAM or gigabytes. They never talked about, the technical aspects of their product. They connected in a different way. They projected a persona that resonates with their clients that they wanted to. And that's what we all should be doing. Well, I'm sure we've all done business with people that it was not a good experience. We were not a good fit. What we want to try and do is connect with people that are always a good fit. So Apple was able to do that without talking about specifics, without talking about we're cheaper than somebody else, running a sale. Apple is more expensive, but their clients are willing to pay more money because they connect to them on a different level. This is one of my, let me stop this for a minute. This is one of my favorite videos of all time, and I wish I produced this. I did not. But there's an expression, a picture is worth 1,000 words, video is worth 1,000 pictures. So communicating your message with emotion, that's what a video will do that words and pictures can't. Still get goosebumps watching that. So you communicate your message with emotion. Google, YouTube, Google My Business. So what's the number one search engine? Everybody knows it's Google. What's the number two? YouTube. YouTube is owned by Google. I use YouTube as a search engine. Whenever I need to learn something new, I hate reading words. I'm not a good reader. I don't absorb information. I'd have to read something 6, 7 times to absorb it. But if I watch a video, I absorb it right away. So whenever I have to learn something new, I do it through YouTube. Google My Business is now a platform that is generating lots and lots of business, and they are giving priority to video. So you will rank higher in Google organically just by having videos. Oh, that's not right. That's the wrong video. Frequently asked questions. Time is money. Don't waste either. So a lot of large corporations that I do business with now, they use a video for frequently asked questions because it's a time saver. They don't want to have to waste their time over and over and over again. When I first started doing corporate videos, I met up with a guy and he said the first video that he did was for a dog trainer in California. And this dog trainer, they sold dogs and they trained dogs to millionaires, billionaires, Hollywood people. Now, we all know that if you've ever had a puppy, having a puppy is like having a baby, that it takes lots and lots of time, and you've got to feed it, and you've got to walk it, and you've got to clean up after it, and it's very time consuming. Well, if you're a CEO of a multi-million-dollar company, if you're a Hollywood movie star or a rock star, you don't have the time to do those things. You want a dog that's already housebroken and already trained. So this woman, what she would do is she would interview people, what kind of dog is a good fit for you. Then she would find the breeder, the right breeder, a good breeder, for you. She would buy that dog, she would train that dog, and then you would get it 12 weeks later. But she spent most of her time not doing what she loved, and that's training the dogs. What she did most of her time was talking to people on the phone about all the things that she could just do a video for. So watch this video, hear all the questions I know you're going to ask and all the questions I'm going to ask. After watching this video, if you still think we're a good fit, then we can move on from there. So then she was able to eliminate all that time with those questions over and over and over again just by making a video. And then she got freed up her time to do what she loved best. So if you're going to do this video yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, some people, they're interested in video, they don't realize the cost of a professional video, and they've got something in their mind, oh, I've got $800. Unfortunately, I can't do it for $800, but you can. So if you're willing to spend $800 or $600 or $400 or whatever it is, take that money, invest it into a microphone, a tripod, and a light. And here's the formula of your video. Who, what, where, how, and why. Doing those things will tell everybody who's watching the video what you're all about. And you're able to do it for $200, $400, $600, whatever it is, just investing in a few items like a tripod, a light, and a camera. And then you'll be able to videotape it yourself with your own camera or your phone using this formula. Who, what, where, why, how, and why. All about your business.
Blah, blah, blah. I can hear.
Nobody cares about how much you know until they know how much you care. That's an expression that's been around for years and years and years. And I believe that to be true. But in the marketing world, nobody cares about what you know until they know what's in it for them. So you've got to let people know what you can do for them, how you can make their life easier, how your product or service can benefit them. Otherwise, all they hear is this.
You blah, blah, blah. Anyways. blah, blah. I can hear you, blah, blah, blah. Anyways.
So nobody cares until they know what's in it for them.
I can hear.
How long should your video be? 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 4 minutes. Less is more. So we would like our videos to be 12 minutes because we love talking about what we do and we love spewing that information. But with the TikTokification of society, we have our attention span is less and less and less and less. So the target is 2 minutes. If you can make your video in about 2 minutes, that's when we start losing people's attention. However, if your target market is going to be on TikTok, you can't do a 2-minute video. It's got to be 1 minute, or Instagram 1 minute. But YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, you can go as long as you want. So the target is 2 minutes. You can go longer, but the longer you go after 2 minutes, you will start losing people's attention.
Have you thought about getting off of TikTok?
Well,
because of what? Because
Cross-channel marketing, video content on social media. Don't be a vertical peg in a horizontal platform. So we know YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Don't even think about skipping TikTok. Just ask our state senator, Jeff Jackson. Everybody knows Jeff Jackson? Jeff Jackson is going to be our president one day, hopefully in 2008. And Jeff Jackson, you would think LinkedIn or Facebook would be his jam to where he's going to get the most eyeballs, and it's not.
because of all this?
Well, the stuff that we've been talking about, absent the China stuff, applies, as we have said, to a lot of other apps. So here's how I see it. I, once a week, do a video about the most interesting thing that happened that week, and I post it to 7 different social media sites, right? The one that reaches most of my constituents right now is TikTok. So I've got like 750,000 constituents, as we all do as members of Congress. I think over 200,000 constituents of mine
Seriously?
are on TikTok.
More than any of the other social media companies.
Far more.
That's
so
interesting.
when I'm in the
more than
cafe-
Facebook, if you counted Facebook and Instagram as one.
far more.
Wow.
So, and what I've heard from my constituents, like when I go home and walk down the street and they come up to me, what they say is, thank you for your video on TikTok, keeping me posted about the banking crisis, about what's going on in Ukraine, about Taiwan, about the Chinese spy balloon, that I do one a week.
So, although we would have thought that TikTok was not going to be a platform for Jeff Jackson at all, it's his biggest platform. So don't discount it and find out where your customers are. Data. The Ivy place, I did a video for them many years ago, and they never took it. I put it on YouTube, and they never took it off of YouTube. They put it on a link on their website, but it was hosted on my YouTube page. So I was able to track years and years and years all of the data and on YouTube. And you can track traffic source, geography, age, gender, device, impressions, click-through rates, views, watch time durations. So data drives your marketing engine. You can see who's watching, how old they are, male, female, impressions, click-through rates. You get so much data from a YouTube video, all available to you. And that is going to be key in knowing what you should be doing and should not be
I'm
doing.
frequently asked by buyers.
Everyone needs their
what
sanctuary.
is the
Everyone
rateable
needs
value
a
of this property.
Don't do this.
Often referred to as the RV or CV. Now, whilst the rateable value may seem to be a good indicator of a property's value, it is a bad pricing strategy. This has been proven time and time again.
Bore everybody,
but
nobody
most
cares.
recently
It's a
by the
bad,
weather
bad
events
video. This
we've
is a
experienced
realtor.
here in New Zealand.
What you should be doing is something like this.
place that they can call home, that they can feel comfortable and be themselves. But I love envisioning that particular client in that home, you know, with their friends, with their family, how they're gonna live there. My name is Stephanie McCarthy, and I'm a broker with Atlanta Fine Homes, Sotheby's International Realty.
Who, what, why, where, and how, why.
I grew up in a strong Midwestern family. I saw, you know, my parents giving their careers 110% and also their family 110%. And that's kind of the way I live my life. So my attitude is up early, attack the day, make sure I don't miss a thing. typical day for me is filled with a lot of movement. I go to the gym, I go to the office, showing homes, I'm staging a house, and it just goes on and on and on, and I love it. It's just who I am. I started my real estate career in 2006, marrying my love of homes and design and architecture.
I'm not going to play the whole thing, but you get it. Don't do that, do this.
Are you doing everything to promote your business, nonprofit organization, or Fortune 500?
I'm not even going to play this because I hate it. If you use whiteboards, I can't be your friend. This doesn't make an emotional connection. I don't believe anybody ever sold a business or a product by doing a cartoon. Who is the target market for cartoons? As far as I know, it's children. So unless you're trying to attract a child to your business, don't do this, or we can't be friends.
Hi, Jennifer. I'm John from Geo Digital Marketing. I just wanted to take a minute and reach out to you and congratulate you on your 10-year engagement for your business. It's quite an accomplishment. We're video strategists located right here in Charlotte, and we work with event planners like you as well as businesses like your clients. I'd love to talk to you about how we can help grow your brand awareness and increase revenue. Please let me know if you have time next week for a quick chat, either by phone, face-to-face, Zoom, whatever's most convenient for you. And I look forward to speaking with you. Thanks.
So video for outboard connections. You can send an email, and it doesn't make that emotional connection. It's not a personalized connection. But if you send a video to them, they know that you sent it specifically for them. You're talking to them. And it makes a much more authentic connection that will resonate with the recipient. I'm going to pause that. Everybody here on LinkedIn? Does anybody have a video on their header of LinkedIn in this area here? One person. Well, LinkedIn, you can do that. You can put a 30-second video up at the top there. So when people click on it, your video starts playing up in the top left corner. Recruitment and retention. I'm doing videos for larger companies now to recruit employees. What makes your company different, better, more attractive to candidates? Video effectively conveys the company's culture, benefits, diversity, safety, technology, training, support, advancement opportunities, creating emotions of inspiration, camaraderie, community, and a secure future. So you're eliminating not good candidates, and you're attracting better candidates by using video for recruitment. Micro content. For this company here, RSVP Charlotte, we did a 2-minute video, and from there, we broke it down into 5 30-second videos. So micro content you can put out there for Google My
So our
Business up
customers
to
see a
1
great
minute,
return
many different
because of the way that we
applications.
target the homes that we're putting them in front of. We're making sure that the homes are of a high value. They're all single family owned. The homeowners, we make sure that they can afford their products, and we spend a lot of time and money to make sure that the houses that we're mailing to are going to generate really good leads.
So taking a larger video and repurposing it for micro content. So for years and years and years, when we made videos for businesses, what we led with was a logo. And then recently, with technology and analytics, we realized you have 3 seconds when somebody clicks on your video to capture their attention. So don't start with the logo. You end with the logo. But you start with something that's going to attract people's attention and keep them watching after that 3 seconds. So no longer start with a logo. Thumbnails matter. You want to attract, engage, and delight. Again, if you don't have a good thumbnail, it's not going to entice somebody to click on it. give something that is going to attract their attention and want to click on that thumbnail. Attract, engage, delight. Fonts matter. Check out some of these fonts, they're funny. So choose the right font and be consistent with your fonts. Website landing page. So when you go to, I've got 2 different websites, 2 different businesses, but it's all the same. So my wedding website, oh, that's not live. So website landing page. When somebody goes on your website, you want them to stay there and you want to capture their attention right away. So you can have a video playing on your landing page. Doesn't have to have audio if you choose not to, but it's visually appealing to people and it will attract them and make them stay on your website longer. Everybody who's interested in finding out the last critical thing to do in video marketing, please do this again. Okay, so that's everybody. So what just happened there? It was a call to action. I asked you to do something, and you did it, a call to action. So the last thing on your video is a call to action. You told them the who, the what, the how, and the why. And the last thing you want to do is say, to contact me if I can help you, if then, if you're looking for this, call to action.
When
if
folks
then,
are interested.
It motivates, it stimulates, and it prompts them to do an action. I prompted you to do something, a call to action.
When folks are interested in RSVP Charlotte, they can do a couple of different things. They can call me, they can text me, or they can go right to rsvpcharlotte.com. That's a great way to get in contact, direct contact with me, and I love having free consultations to see if we're a good fit.
Call to action. So what consistent branding did you notice? Did anybody notice in this? One, the colors are always this color. When I first started doing this PowerPoint presentation, I used a different color in the boxes every time. But you want consistency, so I used the same color on each one. My logo up at the top. Every one of these slides had my logo on it. My website down at the bottom. And then the text was all the same. So you want consistency, you want to be putting these out there, and you want people to easily find you and remember your logo, your website, and consistency in everything. To wrap it up, believe in something, start with yourself. Do video. Whether you do it professionally or you do it yourself, you should be doing video. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And that's all I got. Any questions?
So for the outbound video, like I've seen that done very well in emails. Is there platforms?
There are several. I use Loom, L-O-O-M. And the reason I use Loom is because it notifies you when it's been watched. So it'll send you an email saying that video was watched. But I go back and forth. People do not know Loom like they know YouTube. So you can do a YouTube as well, but YouTube doesn't tell you when it's been watched. But there's a way around that. You can do a private, so nobody else can see it but the person, and then when you see the view go up to 1, you know it was watched. But YouTube doesn't give you that notification. You can just see how many times it was viewed.
How easy is that to embed in an email?
Oh, boom. Yeah, no problem at all. They do it for you. And so it's you do it right on your computer, right on your, and you use the camera on your computer, and you can trim it. You can do it over and over again. So what I do is I never get it right the first time. So I just keep on going 3 or 4 times, one right after another, and then the last one I just trim off the first 3 that didn't work out, and then I use the last one that did work out, and then I trim it, you know, the front and the back, and then I save it and click, and it sends.
And if there are questions, if you want to raise your hand so I can come to you, we just want to make sure we get them on audio for our listeners watching remotely. But I was just going to add, it was interesting. I didn't think about it until your presentation, but I joined, I got a new house and became a member, like to get some kind of service. And I got a text saying, please watch this 30-second video from our founder. And he's like, welcome, Becky. Thank you for entrusting us to, care for your home, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, does he do that for everybody? Because it had my name in it. And it was him standing in front of, a screen with their logo on it. But it was just 30 seconds. And it was like this personal message that I got by text. So that was really interesting.
And I'm sure you had a better reaction to that than just getting a standard email welcome.
Because you know that those go to everybody. But it was that personal touch that you realize he made that just for me.
And that's what video does. It gives you that personal connection.
Yeah.
And that's what we all strive for, to make those personal connections with our businesses and to weed out the people that we don't want to work with as well.
Any other questions? I did have one, and this goes back to the beginning of your talk when you talked about the companies that didn't see what was next and kind of missed the boat, and it was kind of the end for them. So you said video is, king right now. What do you see in a couple years, or what should we be looking at to not miss the next thing?
Artificial intelligence.
I thought you might say that.
But people are worried that artificial intelligence is going to put people out of business, as robotics will as well. But as many jobs that it will eliminate, it will create as well. So it's just a shifting of jobs, and so I'm not worried about it. I am actually excited that Logan is my intern, is my summer intern, and he's going to be looking into how artificial intelligence can help us market our business. So.
Can artificial intelligence do video? Because I know it can do like headshots.
Yeah.
My friends are like, I'm going to use this for LinkedIn. You give it pictures and it will send you back 20 versions of a headshot. And I thought, my friends who are photographers are going to be out of business. So it can do photography. We know it can write. Can you tell something to create a video?
Artificial intelligence, you can use the expressions that it gives you through Bard or ChatGPT and actual services created for video editing. That'll just speed up the process and help create little workarounds, things that you'd have to make from scratch. It's kind of like if you have any experience editing on like After Effects or Final Cut Pro or anything like that. There's these things called plugins. Artificial intelligence will help create plugins faster, and it should help make them more unique to what you're actually needing. And while it can't do the entire editing yet, because artificial intelligence can't really tell a story, because most of the artificial intelligence that we have aren't real artificial intelligence, and we won't get to real artificial intelligence for another 10 or so years. The best it can do is sort of make things easier for the actual artist to do.
So in video, artificial intelligence will not be able to shoot the video or even the photography that you talked about. The artificial intelligence will help enhance the final product, but you still have to have somebody to shoot the photography. So my friend Sharon is now using artificial intelligence to edit the videos, but somebody's got to shoot them. So I believe that as many jobs that it will eliminate, it will also create jobs as well.
Any other questions from the audience? Was there anything online, Chad? Or let me know if there is.
I have a question about, there's been kind of a surge of people looking for low-tech options. So I think about like podcasts, right? There was this huge influx of people like just wanting to listen either, conversations and things like that. So I'm just curious if there's, like even in the podcasting world, there has been a push to have more video podcasts, which to me are not podcasts, but I guess I'm just curious about those kinds of trends when there is a certain group of people who are really interested in kind of low tech options. So I understand the visual video demand, but I guess if you had any recommendations or suggestions about kind of low tech but still impactful options.
So I am the wrong person to be talking about podcasts, but you want to talk to my wife about that. But she does much more podcasts than I do. I don't have the time to listen to lengthy podcasts. Although I like them, I just don't have the time. So I am in a world that shorter is better. And our attention spans are getting shorter and shorter. So that is my world. However, what you can do is in video, there's two elements to it. One is audio and then one is video. So you can shoot it as a video and then just use the audio portion. And then again, you can repurpose the video. You've still got the video that you can repurpose it for other things. Use the audio for the podcast. And also for those of you who want to, we've also have the video on YouTube or whatever platform your clients, your customers are on. Okay.
So as a business owner, we are constantly, every year we look at our marketing budget, whether it be large or small, and we really try to map out throughout the quarter and throughout the month on how we're going to strategically market through through the year. And so with video marketing, what is a healthy number to be doing this throughout, the year? Is that 2 videos a year? Is that 1 video per quarter? Besides our small videos, what we may have.
So you do a fantastic job on your video marketing. You've got professional videos that are your brand market videos, but you also do your things on TikTok. I don't know about TikTok because I don't pay attention to it. As my wife just asked me, she said, "You're not on TikTok?" Well, I am, but I just don't check it. But on Instagram, I see your short clips on Instagram. So the more that you're able to put yourself out there, the more eyeballs you're going to get, and people will again know, like, and trust you, and they'll retain you. Realtors figured something out years and years and years ago. And it's that every piece of marketing that they do, put your picture on there. Because what happens is people see your picture, see your picture, they get to know you. And they think they know you. Meanwhile, you don't know them, but they think they know you. It's that face recognition. So as many videos, short form videos on Instagram, on TikTok, or just 30-second, 1-minute videos, the more that you can put yourself out there, the more name recognition you will get, the more face recognition, the more branding you will do. So there's not a specific number that you should be doing, but there's nothing wrong with putting it out often. And mixing it up of different things, not putting the same content out over and over. So mixing it up along with professional, along with what you can do on your phone. But there's not a definitive number that it works best.
Thank you. Let's give him a round of applause. Hi there, my name is Chad Turner. I'm the CEO of the Carolinas LGBT Chamber. Just briefly, I know that we have some individuals that aren't members in the room. We're a 97 county chamber of commerce that's located in North Carolina and South Carolina. We have multiple networks throughout the 2 states, Charleston, Myrtle Beach, Columbia, Greensboro, High Point, Winston-Salem, Asheville, and then the Charlotte region. There's events in each of those areas. You can check out our website. How many are not members of the chamber in the room? Okay, I'm going to bring up our chair, Mel Morris, to talk about membership and how that's important. But I appreciate you being here today. Yesterday was our business expo, which was hugely successful. And I'm glad to see faces out after that because we didn't know what would happen after the expo, but this is a great turnout for this event, and we appreciate everything that he's provided for us today.
He likes putting me on the spot. So if I didn't get a chance to meet you earlier, again, I'm Mel Morris. And on your tables, there are these cute little poem cards. I don't know if people still call them that anymore, but and it's got a couple of reasons why you should become a member, whether